The safety of students and staff is essential for a productive learning environment. Parents and guardians want to know their students are in schools well prepared for all types of situations. One important aspect of school preparedness is having a well-designed plan for student-parent reunification in case of an emergency. There are many reasons a school might use a planned reunification process. A water main break, a possible gas leak, or other types of situations may happen that would require formal parent-student reunification. This video offers guidance to help schools and districts develop an internal team of experts who can lend support during the reunification process. One important item to have ready at all times is a reunification go bag. At the very least, even if reunification training is minimal or hasn't been done, the equipment in this bag will be helpful in any reunification. Items include safety vests, sunscreen, food, water, and reunification job duty cards, which we will look at in more detail later. Other options include radios and signs. You may find more details about the Reunification Go Bag in the additional resources provided with this video. Another important step to be completed ahead of time is to provide reunification team members with specialized identification or a badge. This will help security and law enforcement know who is allowed to assist at the reunification. Next, we'll review the basic job functions that need to be done during a reunification. The lead guides the setup, fills positions, confirms readiness of each position, makes the decision on when to send messages to parents, maintains flow and communications, troubleshoots, and has final accountability of the scene. It's best if people serving as greeters are familiar to parents. They greet parents and guardians, assist in connecting people with support counselors when needed, and help parents fill out information cards. Runners serve a flexible utility function and often run errands and help with communications. Gatherers focus on gathering students to a designated waiting location, organize classes of students, do basic checks for student well-being, and direct students to support when needed. A checker checks IDs, checks completed information cards, and directs parents and guardians where to go next. Reunifiers greet parents at the reunification area. They get the information cards from the parents. Reunifiers then locate the students and bring them to the reunification point. They check with the student to make sure they are comfortable leaving with the adult before releasing them. Accountants assist the lead in tracking the situation as events unfold. They might contact school staff for information, assess torn information cards, cross-check names, or help maintain accuracy. They might also keep track of who is currently interacting with emergency responders or who may need assistance. They should often check in with the scribe. The scribe remains in a central location and writes down notes of all major developments as they unfold and at what time they happen. For example, this might include when the automated phone call was sent to parents or when a student is meeting with emergency responders. Finally, entertainers manage the student waiting area. They may provide entertainment like short video clips or activities for students. They may also assist reunifiers as they locate students. For more detailed information on the duties of each function, please see the additional reference materials. Each reunification situation will have unique circumstances, like the number of staff available, facility layout, and weather conditions. A great way to quickly and easily plan for the logistics of the reunification is to use a map of the school and the job-specific duty cards provided in the resources. This helps organizers visualize how to designate specific areas and where each person will be stationed. When a situation calls for using the reunification process, the members of the reunification team are alerted, usually through a group text message. Team members then respond to the message to let others know their availability. The reunification team will likely be directed to gather at a location near the reunification site. This allows the lead to make sure the reunification site is ready for the team's arrival. When team members get to the scene, they will want to make sure their specific reunification ID is easy to recognize. Lead security members should make a central check-in location for team members obvious. Otherwise, team members should look for security personnel to find out where to check in. Once the reunification team members have arrived, it is important to brief the entire team on the plans. This is when team members get vests and a copy of their duties outlined on the back of the job function cards used earlier. All logistical pieces should be in place and ready to go before calling parents and guardians. This is extremely important because as soon as parents are notified about the reunification process, they will arrive in minutes. Some may already be on site. It's difficult to make adjustments to the reunification process once it starts. The physical layout of the process is key to an efficient reunification event. Some main points to keep in mind are to keep the reunification area out of sight from the check-in area. This helps keep order in the process, and it gives time to gather all the necessary information. Having a reasonable amount of distance between the check-in area and the reunification area keeps the process running more smoothly by spreading out the amount of people in any one location. Based on the nature of the situation and factors like the weather, this process can be performed outside or inside the building. It's important to have a smooth direction of flow and not cross paths of people or vehicle traffic. Much more detail about positioning of stations can be found in the additional reference materials. Before sending out the call to parents, the lead checks in with each group of team members to make sure everyone is ready. There may be some situations where one of your reunification team members needs to change their assignment. That's another instance when the job function cards are valuable. The site leader should assist and explain the changes in job duty, and the card is available for further guidance. If a position just isn't working out for a member of the reunification team, the lead should assess that situation and make adjustments as needed. As we mentioned before, the lead guides the reunification process and maintains flow and communications. Greeters welcome parents and guardians and may help out with the various initial stages of the reunification process. It is important to have a school administrator in this position if possible, or someone from the school whom parents will know. Runners are all-around utility helpers who keep an eye on flow, communications, and assist with whatever might need attention. A gatherer helps round up students and get them to their designated waiting location. Checkers make sure all the information on the reunification information cards is filled out and matches with the parent's identification. Accountants help the lead keep track of the various aspects of the process, like which students might be meeting with emergency responders, or if there are questions that develop during the process. Accountants should check in often with the scribe to share updates, even if there isn't anything particularly new to report. The reunifiers get the information cards from the parents, locate students in the waiting area, reunify the students with the parents, and confirm that the students are comfortable leaving with the parent or guardian. If a reunification is happening at the school, for example during an unscheduled early release, it is helpful to have school staff in this position, especially if students are staying in their classrooms. The scribe tracks all events as they unfold and should check in with the accountants for updated information. The entertainer manages the student waiting area and may provide entertainment or activities for students. They may also assist reunifiers to identify students. This is an optional position if you have enough staff. Keep in mind that you don't want to show full-length movies the kids won't want to leave. As noted earlier, further descriptions are available in the additional resources. During a high-intensity situation, some of these positions may be challenging for members of the team. If a team member is uncomfortable with their role, they should let the lead know as soon as possible in order to make adjustments. On-site communication is a necessity in a successful reunification. The team lead should update the team on the process, and team members need to update the lead on any developments. A recommended best practice is to use radios. Radios are by far the most efficient communication devices in these situations. If radios aren't an option, a team lead or runner will need to update the other team members in person. Phone and text message systems can easily get flooded and are often unreliable in situations like this. If possible, it's best to do a quick debrief after the incident in order to identify or address any outstanding issues and get timely feedback from the team. A more thorough follow-up may be conducted later. In conclusion, establishing a district-level team to help with a formal reunification process is a significant asset in these situations, and any planning and practice done ahead of time goes a long way to helping the process run more smoothly. We want to thank all parents, students, and staff who participated in this training event, and we want to thank you for keeping schools safe.